Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Tuesday, February 16th. It's bright out here. I hope you all had a happy Valentine's Day. Tomorrow now will be Ash Wednesday, so we'll be coming into Lent, and hope you all have a happy, blessed Easter season coming up here. Today it looks really beautiful out. It actually is really nice. We're supposedly done with our polar vortex that's been through here now, although this morning we did hit 30 below zero again Fahrenheit, so it's not out of here completely yet, but I think it's about 11 above now, so that's the warmest daytime temperature we've had in quite a while. So I think the plan for today is, it's not warm enough to let the cows out for a long period of time, but I do want to get them outside for a while, just because they haven't been out since this cold snap started. So me and Jordan are down here. We're gonna go get some silage and wag it for them, pull it out, get it out in the pasture so they got something to eat while they're out there. And then we'll get them out and kind of get some stuff going. But it sounds like it's supposed to be warming up every day now this week. I think Sunday they're talking like 31 above again, so I think spring is maybe finally on its way, so that'll be nice. I'd also like to mention out there, kind of keep your thoughts and prayers with a lot of the people down in Texas there. They're having a real tough time. Sounds like they got some terrible weather. I've heard they've gotten like, I don't know, it's like a half inch or an inch of ice in places, and like around zero temperatures, and so a lot of power outages, and those people down there, they don't have anything to deal with weather like that even close to what we do here. So it sounds like they're having a lot of trouble. So just keep your thoughts and prayers with them, and we'll pray that they can make it through this without too much bad stuff. Because if you don't have the equipment to move ice, to melt ice, and you know, to deal with the cold temperatures like that without electricity, even around here, if we lose electricity in the wintertime, it's not good. So, but anyway, just wanted to mention that. So now we're going to get the feeder wagon and get some silage out. Yeah, it's going to start getting warm again now. That'll be nice. I can get back to some of my projects, get that bee finished, get that back together, and then I got to get that. I got that feed auger in that tank, but I still haven't monkeyed with getting the motor on it yet, just because it's been so cold. Get that done, get that working. And then one of our viewers commented when I put that auger hopper on the bottom there of that feed tank, the part that was already on the tank that I hooked to, if you add the feed auger hopper, there's spots in there you need more bolts, because that can apparently crack the way they said, and break off. So I gotta let the tank get empty again, and then I'm going to put those bolts in there. So I'm really appreciate them mentioning that, because that would have been not good otherwise. All right, so I'm in the garage here now. I'm gonna get the skid steer. It should start good now. The other day I didn't get any video of it because I was in a hurry, but it was pretty cold that day, probably, I don't know, 10-12 below midday. The sun was out. I was using the skid steer here, and it was running fine, and I got a bucket of silage, and I went up into that heifer barn and got off to open the gate, got back on, hit the throttle, and it just started missing and causing all kinds of trouble. And I got the silage dumped, and then it died completely. It wouldn't start. So I figured, well, it must be the points. I had put points in here not too long ago, but you know, sometimes that doesn't matter. So I pulled them out, went to town, got points, condenser, and rotor and that. Came back, put it in, fired right up. Finished what I was doing there, and my brother came. He went and got silage for the cows, put that in, got that done, and then he went to go get some silage for the dry cows, did the same thing. Of course, now it's dark. It's about, you know, probably 15, 18 below at this time. Well, figured out that it was the little, some of you know what I'm talking about, some won't, but a little porcelain voltage resistor in there. That must have been when it would get hot, it would quit pushing power through it. So I had one on the shelf, so I put that in, and that was good to go after that. So The skid steer is probably one of them things I should put an electronic ignition in too, although that wouldn't, I don't know, I guess it probably would have helped in this instance anyway, because you don't have to have that porcelain resistor in there. But so that's probably one of the things that'll be coming down the road too. But I have been in contact with Brian there at Muffler Delete. If you've checked out his channel, Muffler Delete 101, if you haven't, I encourage you to check him out. He's got 3 videos on rebuilding a distributor for me for this 560. So that's on its way here now. I think it'll be here later this week. And then I got a, what do you want to call it? I guess a high output coil and a different set of wires for it. So we're going to put that on. Should get that done right like it should be. Because they recommend when you put that in, you put a better coil and everything in. So that should be here. Those should be here tomorrow, and I think that distributor is supposed to be here Friday. So I'm hoping Friday, Saturday, something like that, we can get that in there and try that out. So like I said, I want to say a special thanks to Brian there again. And check him out, Muffler Delete 101. He's got a lot of different videos of stuff like that. And I think he'll be obviously getting more. He likes to mess around with old stuff like that, and it's pretty informative. So anyway, we'll see if this will fire up here. Like I said, it should. Oh yeah. We'll let that warm up a little bit. That hydraulic oil flowing. What are you doing, plowing?
Tanking.
What?
Tanking.
Oh, tanking manure?
2 tractors.
How can you run 2 tractors at once?
Someone's on the other one and I'm on this one.
Oh. All right, I'll carry on. Tanking manure. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go throw some hay down and put on this wagon and get the cows out. Okay, I got the feeder wagon pulled out here in the pasture now. That silage, you probably noticed a lot of chunks in there. That's just stuff that's frozen. So yeah, I know when we were chopping, it didn't look like it had much moisture, but them big frozen edges in that bag, that proves that there was plenty. anyway, so I'll pull this down and park the camera there and see if we can get the cows out. You can watch them. I'm sure they'll be happy to get out. They'll be jumping and bucking all over, I'm sure. All right, I am going to run over their water tank over here. This is the one I showed earlier that was iced over. Now I've got a heater in there running, and I checked it a few days ago and it was, I don't know, a couple inches of ice on it, but I think it gets quite a bit of wind here. I think the heater just can't keep up, but when the cows are inside, the only time there's anything drinking out of here right now is when the cows are let out. So it doesn't really matter if it's got a crust on it, but I am going to break it open so now when they come out they can drink. There we go. All right, now they'll have some water. All right, I'm gonna put the strings up here and the boys are in scraping. I'm gonna lime the walk down good so it's not slippery, and we'll let them out.
was on the pump.
Well, there, they seem happy to be out.
I wonder when that was at. Hi.
What's up there? Hope. Must be camera shy.
Hey, Hope and Cherry.
All right, well there. I think I might, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I gotta get a little firewood brought up to the stove. I might run to town and get some barn lime because I only had a bag left. And once these cows, when they get out on this snow, their feet tend to get slipperier. So when they come in the barn, I like to have a lot of lime down because it makes it a lot better for them to walk on so they don't slip, and I don't want them getting hurt or something. So I got a stanchion here that I'm gonna try to fix the bottom on because this cow, she likes to walk all over. I've actually got a couple like this, but this one I think I can fix fairly simple. So we're gonna maybe work on that a little bit. Let's see here. So this piece here is supposed to have holes in it. You can put a bolt through, and then this chain hooks to, but the holes are all worn out. So I think what I'm gonna do is drill a hole down through the, right through it, straight down, and then maybe put a like an eye bolt or something in there to hold the chain down. So I don't know, I'm gonna clean it up a little bit here and see what I come up with. All right, I'm back in the barn here now. I skipped a little bit of the process on this just because my battery's getting low. But what I did is I got a eye bolt here I found in the garage. And one thing, I've used eye bolts before to fix some of these stanchions in different places. If you're gonna use one, make sure you weld it closed, because they're not welded together here and the cows will spread them out. So that's what I did. I took that over to the garage. I just welded that gap closed. And then I took down here in this bracket here, I just drilled a hole straight down through. So I'm going to stick this in now and tighten it up, and then hook the chain up. I'll get a quick link or something, and we'll get that hooked up. I was going to put 2 nuts on there just to kind of lock it down, but now that that one's tight, I can't get it on there. But I got a lock washer on there, so I think it'll be okay anyway. All right, when I run to town, I'm going to get a smaller quick connector and just connect that up. This one I got here is a little bit too big. But anyway, that's kind of the gist of that. You'll get what I'm going to do there. Now I'm just going to quick connect there through the eye bolt, and it should be good, because yeah, this cow, I got that strap on there, but she wanders all over the place. These stanchions are only about 85 years old. I don't know why they're so worn out. I got another one over here I got to fix too, but that one I think I'm going to have to, I'm not going to do that today. It's going to be a little more of a project, but there's a steel plate left in here. And it's supposed to have bolts that'll hook in to the grooves in the steel plate, but they're all worn out. So I'm going to try to weld something onto that steel plate and to hook it to. But anyway, so there's one more little project done.